You seem to assign cruel sense of humor to people that actually haven't shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes. Do you like spending time with me? Oh, for the love of God. Hello everybody, welcome back to Lost Game Chronicles. My name is Kelly and tonight we are playing Tavern Talk. So, I'm sorry that I've been away for a little while. I've just been kind of having to prioritize my mental health. It's been a really rough last couple of months for me, as I have mentioned in like posts and stuff like that previously, and yeah. So anyway, you guys have heard it all. But I was feeling up for trying to record something tonight, so I decided that I would try and record some Tavern Talk. So it's evening here. It's been really, really hot in West Coast BC. Not as hot as some parts of the world. So if you're in any of those parts of the world, then I wish you well. I hope you're all keeping cool. It's been really hot here, so the only time I really feel comfortable to turn my PC on is like in the evening right now. So anyway, it's the evening and I'm ready to be cozy and play some game where we get to pretend to be an innkeeper in a fantasy world. So let's go do this. So I was gonna just jump right to the next part of the story, but when I launched this game, there was like a little cutscene that I don't remember from the first episode. I will record that. I will record any little bits that might be different from what we experienced in the demo, and otherwise we'll kind of just go to day 2 and start from there. So this will be kind of probably cut up a little bit weird, but here we go. We are going to press play and we are going to start a new data save. We're going to be she/her again.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Ooh, I have a voice now.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper.
Oh, it's a jackdaw.
My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious.
Cool.
Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
What is the worst that could happen? Good question. Ooh, okay, so this is a jackdaw. That bird, remember from last time? Hi, Innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yeah, so we met Fable in the last episode. So I imagine that a lot of this will be the same, so we'll probably skip through a lot of it. I'm just very excited to finally know what kind of bird this is. I don't even know what a jackdaw is. I've heard of it, but I don't know. It sounds like something that lives in Australia to me. But I might be wrong. If somebody knows, maybe mention in the comments. In the meantime, yeah, so if you didn't see the demo playthrough of this, that'll all be in that first episode. So if you want to go back and watch the demo, a lot of this stuff here for the next few minutes will be in the demo. It'll be linked in the cards. There'll be a link up above in the screen indicating the episode. So if you want to go back and see it, you absolutely can. And otherwise, I will see you guys in a few minutes. All right. So we're back. That was pretty much a full day of exactly the same thing that we just did in the last episode. So again, if you didn't see it, I encourage you to go back and watch that first day. That'll be labeled as episode 1, and this will be labeled as episode 2. So hopefully you're in the right place at this point already. But here we are. We are on to episode 2. This is 2 Prelude to Bravery, 58th of the Wake. Maybe we'll get a name today. Yesterday we were just innkeeper. But we created our, oh yeah, here we go. Gonna go check on this, werewolf. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregearn. Is this true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe the hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet? What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, probably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah. I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. ... And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. I know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but a bit scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone has taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest, then I have to go on the quest? And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if, when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead, and then the tree gets mad at me? But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. I'll just have to pick them from the forest floor. Oh my god. Oh, this person is crazy. I think I'd have a hard time convincing that werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? Oh god. That's a loaded question. I said in the last episode that I feel like this person is a lot like me. And that's why I found her annoying in the first one. Hey, look, our bird friend is back today. Yeah, so, you know, if anyone were to ask me why I'm anxious, that would be a very long answer too. I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. Oh, taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make for a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Holy crap, there is a lot to unpack there. Oh god, which one do we want to ask? I can't with this one. This is not my problem. I don't know what this is. I'm afraid to ask. Let's go with the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane, Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating I forgot all about what I wanted to say. I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and then it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past." By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I'm not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore. I ran back, apologized, and begged for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Oh my god. Did you find it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They changed nothing. I suppose you have a point. Oh god, we have to ask more? Oh god, okay. Alright. Which one of these is less intimidating? Let's go with this one. Mary Morgan. The Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank God word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way passing through Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets rather foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Triggern recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first big adventure. Yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I didn't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take, past the riverbanks of Shivermere, home to Mari Morgan. You know, the Mari Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Keg Mangrove? They say it has a taste for adventures, but you didn't. But I didn't. Oh god, I'm gonna have to ask. There a way to no? Okay. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out of a whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if you pick the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think giving others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me, more at me. Maybe they would laugh with you if you chose not to run away. You seem to assign cruel sense of humor to people that actually haven't shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes. Do you like spending time with me? Oh, for the love of God. I mean, there's only one thing to say here, right? Like, you can't say no. Good God. What kind of person would you be? No, not really. Oh, God, I wanna click on it so much. But I won't, because I'm not a terrible person. We'll just do a little white lie. Yes, Fable, I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone, as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. I'm not planning on it. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like on a quest, for example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? You think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they've got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. What if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero. Charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid in your journey? Yes. You have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps just a hungry, lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please make it one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice may influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. It might influence their fate. Our choices are to make them more nimble or a better talker. They're a ranger, right? So maybe we should lean into their skills. So Swift Strike is the dexterity one. And Spoken Heart is the charisma one. So we've made both of these already. They like Swift Strike, we know that. But then they also said that they wanted to be like a bard or something, right? They wanted to make music. So maybe leaning into like the talking thing, helping them find their voice is the better option. We also know that, holy shit, they talk a lot. Like, excessively. But they keep talking about being a performer. So maybe charisma is the right way to go. Fuck it, let's do it. Clearly, whatever we were doing for them was not working. So let's give them something a little bit different today. Okay, we're in. This should do it. Thank you. I feel better, but braver, but farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregairn. I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much of your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd like to thank you properly if I ever end up taking a quest, so... I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. Ooh, and consumption can pass on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will, thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions, in a few days I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete my quest. We'll see you post-victory. I hope Fable will be alright. Might have just sent them to their death if they have to fight a werewolf. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Oh, our friend is back. Hello. Hey, look! Look at this cute little guy. And look, there's like a little sleepy dragon. Very cute. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. So are we ordering a spoken heart? We are. Okay. Man, it's a popular one today. 2, 3. And that. Spoken heart just for you. Maybe it'll help. Oh, I missed. What did I say? Maybe it'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Okay. Charming. Is that the end of day 2? Oh, it's nighttime. Whoa! Look at these guys. They're covered in slimes. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not a wonder of those empty blabberers. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they're giving you some more dialogue options than most, but that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there was actually a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Ah, it's a vampire. Lovely. Our very own vampire. Because remember, we said we liked vampires? It was more just I don't care for werewolves, but, you know, whatever. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. The rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I am Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette Dusang. Of course, every fucking vampire has to have a really elaborate name that nobody cares to pronounce or spell or anything. Sir Alphonse. It's long for Kyle. His name is Kyle. 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 Ah, well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood, or if you're out of it, I'll settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. So I guess we're looking for that. A Southern Brawler. We did this yesterday. All right. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna go with one of these. And one of these. Whoop. Kerplow. There you go. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. He suddenly has a voice. It also tastes delicious, very alive. Maybe a chaser you could... Maybe as a chaser you could let me have a bite. No. Okay. And whom may I offer... To whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Yeah, skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough like a mountain, or caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Alright. Frosted Lagoon. This is one we have not made before. This one. So that's 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And man, that pouring mechanic's pretty good. We need one of these. And one of these. A Frosted Lagoon. Off it goes. Oh man, that looks good. Especially tonight, it's like boiling in here. A taste of her just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, you're hitting the placeholder text. Let me try. I see ye are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just like how I like it. So, Ray, Kyle, what about the ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dulvimer. With my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know? Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. ... This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also have a cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyway, I could call myself the best warrior, but the ooze slurped up my gold, and I had to do something. So I took my shovel, and I dug and hit and dug and hit and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me! Yeah, guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, big old gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Baruvia. Baruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What deal was that again? I get you to Baruvia so we can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. What about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could. Phenomenal. I could put up a quest for you, but for that we'd need a little bit more information. Good luck with that. I'd first need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The Cape of Invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore your cape to? My wedding. Your wedding. When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her, every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we could find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread at the foot of the mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Oh shit, okay. We're gonna get some more story. We have to work for it. God, I feel like I need one of these tonight. Holy crap, it's so hot. I'll keep complaining about it because it's just really hot. Woo! Okay. I tried to do a little flourish on the end there. It didn't go well. Was that good? Did I do it? Man, I'm getting good at this shit. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. Got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I'm consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here, you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. My back is still itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that could also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of Chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have got over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. ... What? Why are you looking at me like that? Ms. Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh, nay. Forget it. I ain't going. With nothing but my shovel and ooze goop, I'll be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do this work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they have more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Bye-bye. Holy shit. Okay, 2 quests. Okay, we don't need the Banshee. A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused and wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. The foot of the thing. That's not it. Vampire last saw a cape on his wedding day. There we go. Quirky vampire is looking for his cape. Okay, let's get that one up. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper discovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. And then we've got... Banshee. Ooh! Universal truth that a chimera has had hatred for mice. There we go. Chimera's hatred for mice, universal truth, or maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? Chimera resides in... Alright. Well, let's go with that. Deep in the keg mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are valuable treasure to any alchemist, its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce sunscreen so effective that he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Man, Astarion really needed that advice in Baldur's Gate 3. Poor guy. I'll have to play that game again at some point and let him know. Alright, we're cleaning up for the night. We're feeding our little pet guy. Blowing out the candles. Great job, everyone. Congrats on day 2.